You thought I was gone. Manchester United fans, the Here We Go has come. We are feeling buzzed. But first, as always, people said I went too early last night. I saw comments in the chat. I saw things on my TikTok. People saying, you've gone too early, Dan. Oh, hang on a second. 2 seconds. Mrs. Robinson's making an appearance here. Thank you. Love you. Can't forget the book, guys. Can't forget the book. People said yesterday I went far too early. Now, do you know something? I had nothing but faith. Manchester United fans, I had nothing but faith, and you know this. So when I looked on my phone this morning and saw that beautiful man Fabrizio say, "Here we go," you better believe that I was pumped. And you better believe that I was quite happy to say I told you so. Let's see what the hellos are in there. Let's see who's in the house tonight first. Let's see who's here. We got Andy. Big up yourself, Andy. I hope you are well, Ben. Yes, indeed. Hope you're well, my friend. Jordan, yes, today is the greatest day of Brian's life. He signed Play That, Take That music. I get copyrighted, but I know which one you're on about. We've got Ginny Esther. Big up Ginny Esther. Newcastle fans must be on the floor at the moment with the news today. Steve, hope you're well. Carl, still buzzing. Everyone's buzzing. Brooksy, I did. Remember that. I said calm, confidence. He's coming. And look where he is. And sorry, on my wrong account. There we go. Oh, there we go. Two Brookses for one. Here he is, Moxie Shun. Queen Sophie is in the house. Mustafa, as always. 6:05. I didn't even check that. Fantastic. Go. Yes. So, guys, look. It's done. Manchester United, the medical is booked in for tomorrow. He will be holding the shirt up and he will be going on that plane on Tuesday. Big up Moxie Shun as well. Big up Moxie. Hope you're fucking well, my friend. And tonight is just as positive as last night. Tonight is going to be just as positive as last night. So where do we all sit here with the Manchester United signing of Bryan? Because I was worried that the excitement was going to get sucked out of it with us taking so long. I got to be honest, I feel just as fucking blessed as I did last night. Now, that is the second part of our 5-part plan, whatever you want to call it, transfer. We got Cunha in, done. We got Bryan in, done. Next is where I think is going to throw people. So we're seeing the news today that we're linked to another goalkeeper. The Sesko news keeps building, by the way, and we'll go into Sesko a bit later on. But the Sesko news just keeps building. People are actually saying, a lot of the big journalists are saying, keep an eye on this one because the news isn't stopping. So I feel like, here's my take on what we're doing with Bryan. So I said this last night, and actually with the reports I've seen today, I feel even more confident in this. This has gone on for too long. We know that. However, Manchester United, for too long, I feel like we're hoping this transfer. They were hoping the transfer was going to be done a week, maybe 2 weeks ago, just after the 1st of July, which then would have allowed us to go out there and get more signings. Manchester United now, whether you think so or not, whether you believe that we have no money or not, and I'm sure there's arguments to it for. Manchester United over the next 7 days, I think, will go on a madness. And I think we will see more news. I think we will see more bids going in. Because let's not get this twisted, yeah? Manchester United could not, with the way it was with Brentford, go out there during this saga and go and put in a 26 million for a Rios, a 25 million for Martinez. Because the second they'd have put any more money, offered-wise, to any other club, Brentford would have easily gone, well, hang on a minute, you got more money here, right? You need to give us some more for Bryan. We feel like we need more money for Bryan. So where I don't agree with this, and I don't agree that Manchester United took so long, I do think there was massive reasons for them doing that. Absolutely massive. Let's see what people are saying. There's a few of you here tonight. Guys, if you are new, make sure you are hitting the subscribe button. We had a fantastic night last night. That took me so much to get over. No, definitely not that. Isak's not going anywhere. Definitely not. Jordan says there's rumours that Anthony is on his way to Leipzig. Well, Ten Hag might be picking that phone up after coming out yesterday and saying, no, I'm not interested, after getting absolutely battered by the under-20s for, was it Flamengo? 5-1. Ten Hag, man. So glad he's gone. So glad he's gone. Wahaha! I love that. Only Garnacho to Arsenal, and our window is a good one. Garnacho, I honestly think, and I'll speak a bit more on this later, I think he's going Villa. I genuinely do. Now it's time to get rid of the deadwood and buy a striker. The striker, I don't know, smash a like on the video, but do we think striker's next? I needed that. Oh my God, did I need that? Been for a Chinese today for Mrs. Robinson's birthday. Striker is next for Manchester United. I'm completely and utterly convinced of that. We've been there's been little rumours about us looking at strikers here, there and everywhere. I think that's the next one. I wonder who is next, says Andy. The next one, well, it depends on who you believe, because some people will still have you believe we're going for Jackson. Others think that we were going for Sesko. For me, it's an easy decision. It's like picking between a Ford Fiesta and a Ford Mustang. Yeah? The two there, the difference in the two players, you're going to go for the Ford Mustang, aren't you? But that's just me. At the end, we will do United Leeds predictions. Well, I do have something on that. I have got the squad for tomorrow. We will go through that together. We'll run through his in that. There's been some news as well. As we've seen today, Diego Leon has been given a number 30 shirt, which to me says he ain't going out on loan. And I think he'll play a bit this season. And Steve says, I'm happy, Dan, more of a relief. Aren't we fucking all, my friend? Aren't we all? Lucas, both ready for Potter? Oh, my God, honestly. In what world did they go out there and get Walker Peters on a free transfer? Like, Lucas, you got to be happy with that. You got to be happy with that. Kevin TY7. This is my neighbour from next door but one, yo. Number 64, all correct and present neighbour, even in all. Brian Gate is officially done. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely buzzing with that. Ben says, I'm genuinely impressed at the terms spread over 4-year installments. I think the first one's like 16 and a half. Is it 16? Chat, let me know. I'm pretty sure it's 16 and a half. And remember, he wants to play for Manchester United. That is only positive, and compare that to the attitude of someone like Sancho. There has been news drop about Sancho today that I do want to go through. Z, welcome, my friend. He says, Mbeumo and Cunha are both good signings, but we need more. We do need more. We definitely need more. And as Steve says here, there is more and more talk about strikers as the days go on with Manchester United. I go back to it. Have we just been holding it for so long with the Bryan Mbeumo deal that we didn't want to overpay? I mean, look, we ended up paying 71, I think, with the add-ons there. So 65 down and 6. But is it a case of we were playing poker and keeping our cards close to our chest? I'm not sat here saying that they've pulled a madness doing that, Ineos. Not at all. But what I will say is I feel like now we can go out there and spend the money. Moxie says, I think there'll be at least one more in before we fly off to the US tour. I mean, that's 3 days. Is it 3? Well, let me have a look at the calendar. 1, 2, 3, 4 days. Moxie, Christ, it took us 7 months to do Brian. That's hopeful. But look, I'm here for that. I'm here for that. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up to everyone. Every little helps. Yes, boom, bada, boom, boom, boom. That's what we need. And here he is. Here he is. Message me straight away on TikTok, this man. Valsey, bang, Brian Brigade. Whoop, whoop. I'm telling you something, right? I'm going to tell you all this. We are the Brian Brigade. I've not heard any other influencer say that. I've not seen any other channel utilize that. We've coined that phrase. The Brian Brigade was born 21st of June, 2025. That's our thing. So when he scores all these goals, if you see any other fan channel saying Brian Brigade, you tell them, yeah, you tell them this is Dan United's saying. This is Dan United's community saying. Ginny Esther says, yes, Dan, Visser likely not to get sold this summer. So from Newcastle United, it's a blow for sure. Newcastle as well. I mean, James Trafford looks like he's going back to City. What a fucking mess for them. Focus should be on a midfielder, says Juan Ronaldo. Okay. I don't think we were ever after Visser anyway. It doesn't fit the age profile. We seem to always shop in. Fair enough. This one here, okay, so Moxie, with this, everyone's really chuffed, I think, because we're looking at the fact that Onana is injured. Onana apparently is well ahead of his recovery stage. So there is news that Onana could play, probably will play, in the preseason friendly tour in America, which terrifies me. Absolutely fucking terrifies me. And here he is, Nick. Welcome, my friend. 2 away from 610, guys. Let's hit that tonight. Let's hit that tonight. And I hope it is. I hope it is. I absolutely hope that the Anthony one is true. Martinez, Rios, and Sesko. So, Andy, those are your 3 that you want. I'm going to tell you mine in a minute. So Sesko rejected. Saudi clubs and no other Premier League clubs don't want him, can afford him. It's either United or Villa. I think you guys might look at him. Vowles, he says, I'd say keeper first, but if we get a striker, our top half will be epic. Keeper, striker, and midfielder. Boom! Bada, boom! Honestly, it's a fucking good time to be a Manchester United fan. We haven't been able to say that for a long time. We've got 2 of our essential attacking midfielders sorted. We are going on to the other things. Yes, it's the 18th of July. Yes, we've been fucking waiting. Yes. But now is our time to enjoy it. We've got a friendly tomorrow against Leeds United. The watch-along will be happening. We will be going live from 1:30 with that. So you make sure you join us for that. It is going to be a good summer. This one is a big one. I will go through this more, Moxie, when I do the team spread in a bit. And evening down, where's that Friday beer? Honestly, I'm still stuck on the juice. I might go next door but one because I saw his YouTube bio and he likes a beer by the looks of it, so I might have to knock after this. Lucas says very happy with Kyle Walker-Peters. Is Wan-Bissaka now registered for DR Congo? Because he was waiting for England for so long. I'm not sure. Right. Wijnaldum, watch us tomorrow. Okay. And look at this. Transfer windows are so boring now. Everything weeks in advance kills the surprise. Completely agree. Right, let's go through. So I want to go through this. With you all. I think this is a good time, and absolutely, we're getting the patents on that. Guys, if you're new, make sure you smash that subscribe and hit the like button. We are absolutely flying at the moment. And also, Carl says, I'd go for a swap deal with Juventus for Sancho with Luis or Watkins as a striker. Sancho ain't going to, if you believe some of the news. In fact, we'll do that now. If you believe some of the news, apparently Nottingham Forest are interested in Jadon Sancho. That absolutely stunned me when I read that today. Jadon Sancho potentially going to Nottingham Forest. I'm not sure they can afford his wages. Look, Nottingham Forest are no mugs when it comes to paying wages. I don't think they'd be stupid enough to do that. And yes, I completely agree, Kev. Arsenal moving too fast, more players in, hope we catch them. Can match them in the first game. I'm feeling proper confident the first game of the season. I can't lie. So yeah, let me bring this up for you guys. So today they announced the squad for tomorrow for the Leeds game. And I've got to be honest, I was quite surprised by it. I was quite surprised with how the squad looked. I was expecting a mixture of a lot of youth and some of the first team. Let me bring this up for you. This is the squad that they are taking tomorrow. So let's look at some of those names. We've got Binder, Heaton, and Dermot Mee in goal. We've got Mazraoui, Dallo, DeLitt, Maguire, Dorgu, Yoro, Shaw, Leon. I'm so excited to see this kid play, guys. I can't lie. Tyler Fredrickson, Heaven, Reece Monroe, and we've also got Kakuni as well. That is absolutely brilliant with the young lads in there. I'm chuffed with that. The midfield as well. The midfield's a bit light, though. I can't lie. Mason Mount, Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, Ugarte, Mainu, Collier. We've got Fletcher, and we've got another guy that I am absolutely buzzing to see. And I'm hoping we get a half out of him tomorrow, and that's Kone. I cannot and will not wait for that. And then up top, we've got Rasmus Højlund. Oh, God, honestly. Rasmus, man. Cunha, Ahmad, Obi, Mantato, sorry. And then we've got Ethan Williams. I thought it was a typo on the website. I honestly thought it was Ethan Wheatley, and they got it wrong, but it's Ethan Williams. Chat, what do we think about this team? Do we think that is a good enough mixture of youth players? You will notice there's 2 glaring obvious misses there. Joshua Zirkzee apparently has a knock. He is staying at Carrington. He will be traveling with us to America. And Harry Amas, apparently, they are working very, very hard to send Amas out on load. So, what are our thoughts with this squad? I'm chuffed with that. I'm chuffed. Let's see some of these comments. I want to see what you think about that team. We'll never understand why any club being interested in Sancho. He's more interested in his FIFA career than his own. That's absolute facts. No Xerxes, I'm surprised, says Mustafa. Don't worry, it's just a knock. We will see how much of a mercenary Sancho is if Forest come in for him. Come on! Cunha, Bruno, Mbeumo, Xerxes. No Xerxes tomorrow, though. No Xerxes tomorrow. Via Transfer News Live, Manchester United's new 50 million training ground, which has its own barbers, will open next month when Ruben Amorim's squad returns from their preseason tour of the States. There was something I wanted to use as the thumbnail tonight. There was something that I wanted to use as the thumbnail, and I'll bring it up in a second. But yeah, there was a good story that I want to run through. And Iniesta, yeah, make sure we're smashing those likes up, guys. Erasmus. Good to see you, Pete, my man. I hope you're in. Are you back off holiday yet, mate? I haven't seen you for ages. No Shea Lacey. He's staying with the youth squad. I'm not too bothered about that. I think he'll go on the American tour, so we're not really worried. Can anyone say whether the press conference happened already? I haven't seen any news about that, which I'm surprised because I will be honest. I was expecting once the Bryan Mbeumo news was the Bryan Brigade news was sorted, I was expecting them to throw Amorim out there then for an interview to bring the positivity of, yeah, we've got the player, the board have done their job, but they haven't, which is quite a shock. I like the mix in the squad for the Leeds game. Put Cunha in with Casemiro for a half. You can only learn. And yet, don't worry, Mustafa, that's not the tour squad. Guys, this is not the tour squad. This is just for tomorrow, the squad for Leeds. It's just a squad for Leeds. Yeah, completely agree, Iniesta. It's a very good mix. Andy says the same. Queen Sophie, we got to talk. We got to talk. You have been venomous. You've been venomous the last week. This girl has been absolutely venomous. What's happened, Sophie? What's happened? Juan Ronaldo says we just have Højlund push the line for the wonderful number 10s we signed. I'm still got my reservations about Højlund. I can't lie, and I'm not going to sit here and say that I back him to do well next season. I think that's why we're going all in on the striker. There was also talk that apparently AC Milan have looked at Højlund. Don't know how true that is. It's probably Di Marzio who's linked everybody to every Italian club that's known to man. Kone and Obi would be great to see them, Leon. Yeah, and Leon. Guys, I absolutely cannot wait to see Diego Leon play for us tomorrow. Apparently, from the reports that are coming in, the coaching staff have been so impressed with this lad. He come and said, I'm going to be in that team. Now, some may call it cockiness. Some may call it overconfidence. Some may just call it confidence of youth. I'm just going to say that is the fucking confidence that Manchester United need. This kid, 18 years old, has a bright future ahead of him. I would be absolutely over the moon if he come in and put a decent performance tomorrow. Honestly, would be so happy. We need that. And Pete, you're still on holiday, man, honestly. Make sure you're all hurtling the likes, people. This guy, man, this guy. Least I laughed must be the transfer frustration. Sophie, I can say it. Sophie, Newcastle fans, Pete, if you're still here. As Manchester United fans, we've been there with transfer frustrations. You're in a safe place, okay? Your turn will come next. I say that with love. I'm only joking. And she does. She's brilliant at that. Smash, and she redeems herself here. Make sure we're smashing them likes up. Let's keep them going. Red Devil United, Rich, hope you're well. Big up, Dan. Passing through tonight. I wanted to say great content. Good to see the channel grow. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very, very much. And I don't know, where are we? 28 viewers, only 19 likes. Let's get those likes up, people. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Saturday, Sunday. And this is a great comment, by the way, because Diego Leon is built big for an 18-year-old lad. See the size of that fucker's calves? What does he feed them? They are like, they're tree trunks. I'm buzzing. Now, let me show you what I was going to put as the thumbnail tonight. So this was going to be the thumbnail tonight. And then obviously we had the news of Bryan, so I had to change it. But this was going to be the thumbnail. Let me just get rid of that comment a second. That there was going to be the thumbnail. Now, I'm going to explain why. Just when you thought you could not love Amorim anymore, There has been news that has dropped today that has said that Ruben Amorim chose to deny the request, we'll say. Basically, pied him. Pied Sir Jim, Barada and Wilcox for a trip to Iceland where they could talk business. Yeah? Where they could talk business. The fact that Ruben Amorim turned around and said, no, I'm too busy with this squad, shows everything you need to know about where this guy, his head is at with this squad. He is working, apparently, around the clock. The players that we're bringing in, there's no mistake in knowing this, that they're players that can play in multiple positions. And this seems to be the new norm with Manchester United. We are constantly looking at getting players in that can adapt, that can move around the pitch, which says to me, I wonder if we're not going to see as much as a 3-4-1-2 next season. It makes me check. I'm seeing fucking Sophie's comment there. It makes me think that Manchester United will have a plan B this season. Now, why the fuck did Sir Jim need to take them over to Iceland for this meeting? Was it because Sweden's not far away and my geography's not great and they could just get the flight there? I love this. I absolutely love this. He has 100% turned around to one of the part owners of Manchester United and said, I'm too busy for that. Now, some people say that this new bid for Bryan come in as a result of that meeting yesterday. I'm not so sure. But it just shows, I had my concerns, and I said this to you all not so long ago. Was Amorim going to be that yes man that just agreed with everything that Ineos and the Glazers said, didn't really come out and push the boat and rock the boat and tell people what it really was? This is a good sign. This is absolutely a good sign. He wants to be with those players. And when you look at that squad, let me just bring that squad back up a second, right? When you look at the players that he's utilising there are players there that are absolutely going to get invaluable minutes against Leeds tomorrow. I don't for one second, guys, and I'll say this, I don't think Leeds United were expecting us to take such an experienced squad with us. I think they were expecting a lot more kids. And also what it changes from a friendly situation for Manchester United is, we've seen it so many times in pre-seasons, where we'll start the first half with a very strong squad, and then the second half comes and it's just an influx of kids. Now, with this group, I'll bring it back up. Who would you state as one of the kids here? So you'd absolutely think that it'd be Dermot, me, or maybe Tom Heaton to start the second half. Who could come on as the youth, maybe? I'd be looking at a Diego Leon, a Tyler Fredrickson, Aidan Heaven, maybe Monroe. Then in the midfield, I would be looking at maybe a Kone, Collier, Mainu, your class them as youth, I suppose. And then up top, we know already that Chido Obi is going to get minutes tomorrow. So I kind of look at that team and I'm telling you, I'm thinking that Manchester United are going there tomorrow not to just treat it as a friendly. They're going there to be competitive. And that's fine with me. That's absolutely fine with me. A lot of these boys are going to need to get minutes in their legs. They've had nearly 3 weeks of pre-season training. I'm buzzing for tomorrow. 1:30 tomorrow. Make sure you're here. We're going to do that live stream. Let's get through some of these comments, though, guys. I'm neglecting you, neglecting my favourite people. Yeah, he is absolutely built like that. Could we get to 650 tonight? There's a few of you in now. Let's get those subscriptions in. Let's get up there. We're having a really good, solid first month on this channel, and it's all because of you guys. And look at, I'm buzzing for Diego's calves as well. I didn't do it in an Irish accent as well. I've learnt my lesson. We'll lose the first games, and all of us will be in not a very good place again. I don't think we will, Steve. I genuinely don't think we will. Andy says, just want to see an improvement on the pitch and attitude. I think we'll see that. I think we'll absolutely look. Tomorrow is going to show us everything we need to know about the season ahead. We're gonna have to see an improvement in the attitudes of the boys. They have worked solidly for 3 weeks nearly on the new formation, on what they're doing, what their roles are. There is going to be some people playing in positions tomorrow that I don't think we'll be expecting. It's going to be the start of look. Football is fucking back tomorrow. Yeah, smash a like on the video for that. Our football is back tomorrow, and I fucking love it. Yes. I think we just went through that, Mustafa. Juan Ronaldo says we need to continue to back Amorim as a fan base. He has been patient and will turn the club around as the song goes. Look, I don't. I've seen some content creators that Man United fans have come out and said they've had enough of him. I think that might have been with emotion from last season. But I think a lot on the whole are saying, look, we've got to give this guy another chance. We've got to give this guy a chance now. We've got rid of the bad eggs. We've got rid of the people that we thought were holding us back. We're bringing in more players. This is going to be a tough season for Amorim. Make no mistake about it. This is going to be one of his toughest in his career because he's going to have the pressure from the fans if it doesn't start well. The media will be on his back so quick. Honestly, the media love it. Then you'll have the ownership as well. Let's not forget, Sir Jim has sacked more managers than I've changed my underwear this week. Yeah? It's a lot for underwear and for that. Moxie Shun says they're all over there yesterday. Expected Amorim to go to Iceland for a meeting. No need to be there. Stayed with the team. That's what we like to see. And yes, that's what I like to see, Jordan, as well. Ruben is not a yes man. He is the man. Absolutely. Dan, have you watched the video of Mbeumo and his mates yelling in joy after hearing the news? We need players like this who puts the team over everybody. We love to see it. Like I've said before, right? And testing 1, 2. I'm going to say this again, just in case you didn't listen last night. He had no choice but to wait for us to come for him. So tomorrow, after that medical, you have to make sure that you have your belief in this guy, you back this guy, and you love this guy because he has waited for us. Make no mistake about that. We haven't seen a player do that for a long time for United. Big up, it's me, Everest. I was worried about you. I have a job tomorrow morning, but no electricity now, so can't fall asleep. Oh, mate, I'm so sorry to hear that, my guy. I'm so sorry to hear that. But listen, as he says there. Yeah, it's me, Everest. What a guy this guy is. Mustafa says that Brentford are my key teams to go down. Relegation battle if Vissa leaves. Make no mistake about it, Brentford have been pulled apart this season. Goalkeeper, midfielder. They've had 2 midfielders. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. Lawrence says, would Keane agree to manage to restore us to a competitive 4-4-2? We can't play 4-4-2 anymore, mate. Like the days of 4-4-2. Look at how wild that is. The days of 4-4-2 in the Premier League, they're gone. Not the way we used to do it when it was counter-attacking wing play. It just wouldn't work. And yet, it is Fletcher's kid that's in there. Ben says, that just shows how clueless Jim is. Why would you suggest pulling a manager away from the squad during pre-season? Because this is Sir Jim. This is the same bloke who, when was quizzed by Gary Neville and asked, why did you pull the Legends money? Oh, well, we pulled it because we were trying to save money. Gary then come back with, well, why didn't you just do a fundraiser to raise the money? And Sir Jim on TV said, didn't think about that. This guy's winging it. This guy's winging it. And there we go. Arab, that's what I want to see. I was correct yesterday. Smash a like for that alone. I was absolutely correct that we were going to sign him today. And Obi, as you say there, Jordan. What have we got here? So Sir Jim has lots of properties in Iceland, does it? Well, I wouldn't mind going there myself, to be fair. I'll lurk around and listen along, have fun chatting chatters. That sounds like what my wife does when I'm on the phone to my mates. Believe that. What time do you play? It's 2 o'clock kickoff tomorrow. 2 o'clock kickoff. And I, for one, am fucking buzzing. I'm buzzing. I'm so fucking happy. Manchester United are back playing football tomorrow. We've waited for a long time for this, okay? It's been, 2 months? Nearly, is it 2 months now? A bit over? And why is Radit? He's not in the squad because I think this guy's about to go out on loan. There's people that are interested in him. I think that's the reason that Vitek isn't in the squad. You may have your own ideas, but I think that's why he's not in the squad, guys. I want to beat Leeds, Dan. We're rivals for a reason. Red Rose. Yeah, exactly that. Exactly. Wouldn't it be nice to absolutely batter them tomorrow? Leeds have made signings as well, though. I think is it Scott Longstaff that's there? Newcastle chat. Oh, there we go. Oh, 3 o'clock. Okay, fair. And Spain are going into a final. Out of topic. Who watched the women's penalty shootout yesterday? Dan, did you? I am not going to sit here and berate how the penalties went last night. I'm not, because I've seen far worse penalty shootouts from blokes. I really have. The main thing was that England went through at the end of the day. But yeah, I did see it, Mustafa. And that's Steve. We needed this last night. Let's fucking have it. Yes, that is the energy that Manchester United fans need this season going. Okay, if you want to come to this channel and you think you're going to get the negativity, you're in the wrong place. This channel, this season, regardless of results, is going to be a safe haven and a place of positivity. We are going to back this manager. We're going to back these players, okay? We are in this for the long haul. I cannot fucking wait. Moxie Shun says, I can't wait to see the team run out tomorrow. United. Honestly, buzzed. Brendan says, I'm buzzing like you for the new season. I think signing Bryan and Cunha is a game changer for us. Our biggest problem was goals last season. Hopefully these two provide them. Roll on 25-26. Facts. Look, when you look at it, right, let's deep dive this for a second. Then I'll go back to the comments, right? Let's deep dive this for a second. Our biggest problems last season was conceding goals from a goalkeeper and putting the ball in the back of the net. Whereas it's taken us a long time to get to this spot with signings, you have to say we have addressed our situation from last season. We've gone out there and got Cunha and Mbeumo, Bryan, sorry. That's 35 goals they scored between them last season. We are looking at a striker. Again, something that we absolutely missed last season. We get a goalkeeper and a central midfielder. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you. We're going to be in a good place next season. Absolutely good place next season. Carl says, I like the fact we are bringing more ex-players into coaching jobs. Yeah, I'm here for that, and I'm here and I'm not. As long as they're just coaches, I don't want to see any of them take over as manager ever again. Ollie, I love the bloke. He did a great job at the start. He stayed too long. Z says, 4-0 tomorrow, and Rasmus scores a brace, and people would come back and say we don't need a striker. It's written in the stars. Watch Rasmus go get a hat-trick tomorrow. Watch him go and get a hat-trick tomorrow. Drink some water, just like Dan chat. Stay hydrated. Absolutely. And Z says, I think Amos has potential. We shouldn't have to loan him out. But I think the problem is, though, Z, when you look at Harry Amos and you look at Diego Leon, I think Diego Leon's built like a bloke now. Harry Amos, when he come on last season, he looked like a kid. Now, I'm absolutely backing Amos. I think he's going to be quality. I really like the look of him. He's a very attack-minded left-back/left wing-back. However, I'm willing to forgo that to see Diego Leon. The fact they've given Leon number 30 shirt says it all. Z, I love that positivity. I wouldn't say we're there yet, though, brother, but look, it's a start. Do you think England women will retain their title? Cup football, anything can happen. Seeing Cunha in that 10 shirt tomorrow is going to be beautiful. This is going to be weird for a lot of fans, you know, because a lot of fans, the young fans, have only ever seen Marcus Rashford in the 10 shirt. It's going to be a weird day. I think. And Andy says, with Amos going on loan, shows Leon has jumped ahead of him. Facts. There we go. That's exactly what I was talking about. Bryan and Cunha will also give us a lot more steady possession. Should help concede less. There we go. Look at this. Are we not all in sync? Now, I wanted to check something here because my phone just went off, and I'm a little. When my phone goes off like that, it does tend to mean that there's some news. No, I can't see if there's any news. Oh, hang on a minute. No, oh, right, okay. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Let me bring this up. I don't know if I can. Right, so news coming in that Roma have gone in for Wesley and that fee's been agreed. Chat, where are we at with Richard Rios? Are we still confident that Richard Rios is a player that Manchester United should go out and get? I am absolutely in love with Richard Rios. You know this. You know my thoughts, but I worry that he is not going to be coming to Manchester United. Let me just have a quick look. Rios, Manchester United. Has there been any more news with that? Not really. It's not looking good. It's not looking good for Richard Rios to United. It's not looking good. And that really annoys me because I think for the price that lad is, I genuinely feel like that's where we should be going. In fact, chat, I tell you what, this is where I want you guys to jump in. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. I want you to give me your dream signing this season. Money is no object here. I want you to give me who would be your dream signing for Manchester United this season. Okay? Because for me, I'm going to say it, right? And you may laugh at me. But my dream signing would be someone like a Richard Rios in the centre of midfield. I genuinely feel like, look, we aren't going to go there. We could have all the money in the world and try, and you can say Osimhen. Yeah, there we go. Z's gone straight in there and said Osimhen. But unfortunately, Osimhen ain't coming. He ain't coming. So I genuinely, a central midfielder in the mould of Richard Rios, yes, he's not Premier League proven, but we need someone who is tenacious, has got that absolute press in him. I want Richard Rios. I would absolutely want Richard Rios as my guy. I want him as my guy to come in. And I've said that for the last 2 weeks. So you know that I'm not just talking shit there. What else have we got here? Does anyone know Dan? Does anyone know what Dan with shirt and Mbeumo will be wearing? Oh, which one, Steve? I've got my idea. I'm waiting for a kit release. That's all I'm going to say, because I like the home shirt. I like the away shirt. However, the Bryan shirt deserves to be on a thing of beauty. And if the third kit is what it looks like, then you better believe that's what the Mbeumo number is going on. Glory, glory, Man United. Come on. I've watched Rios with Colombia for a while now. He's a midfield machine. He is. He's absolutely a midfield machine. Honestly, I rate him. I did, Moxie. I did. I hold it. I hold that. I hold that. I hold that. Sacco. Okay. Fair. No. Sacco. Oh, I see what you're doing there. It's me, Everest. I'm not. I thought you nearly got me there. Z says, Adam. Do you know what? Adam Wharton's a great shout, Z. Adam Wharton is a great shout. Adam Wharton would fit into that Manchester United side and be absolutely fantastic. However, the problem is, I don't think we have the money for an Adam Wharton. I don't think we have the money for that at all. That he is going to be a minimum of 70, 80 million. I don't see that. Steve Peach, imagine a Brian Robson regen. That would be incredible. Courtois says Brendan. Courtois, man, I can see it. Number 19, I heard that as well. Yeah, I'm not sure. Lamine Camara, Tchouameni, Rios in the middle of the park, and Sesko up front. A lot of people are loving the Rios, by the way. George Best, thanks. There we go. Look at that. Mbeumo will be wearing a red one, I think. Oh, Sophie, you got some sass tonight, girl. You got some absolute sass. So, guys, whilst we're talking about signings, we didn't really touch them as much last night. But there has been the rumours we know about Sesko. There has been the rumours about Nicholas Jackson. Now, this is where I sort of sit with it. We know that my thoughts on Nicholas Jackson. I'm not overly asked about him coming. Sesko, if these rumours keep ramping up, the money that they want, they're happy to take instalments as well. This is facts with Leipzig. With the rumours of Anthony to Leipzig, let me just have a look at that a second. Anthony, Leipzig. Leipzig. Is it true? I can't see it. No. Can't see it. So, what are we doing here, guys? I'll tell you what we're doing. I can hear two of me there. Sorry about that. So with the signing of Sesko, Manchester United fans, in all serious, if we sign a Sesko with the Bryan signing and with the Cunha signing, where does that put us in the league this season? Forget about goalkeeper. Forget about midfielder. The signing of Sesko, if we went there and got him, where would that put us this season? Because for me, if we get a Sesko in, I think that pushes our chances of getting up to Europa League without fail. I genuinely feel like we could be pushing that 7th, 6th, maybe even 5th. Look at this bottom half. Tell me what you think, chat. I want to know what you're thinking. Sesko at Manchester United. Let's forget all the other signings. Just Sesko, Cunha, and Mbeumo. Bryan, tell me where you think Manchester United would finish with that three. Can Gyökeres dodge Arsenal and come to United? I heard an insane stat about Gyökeres tonight, guys, that he hasn't scored a headed goal in 2 years. That's a stat and a half, that is. Steve says, I was hoping the number 7 jersey would change hands. Me too. I absolutely wanted Cunha to be number 7. If we get the Sesko price to 50 to 60, we should do the deal. Absolutely. Sesko, Watkins, or Mateta, I'd take Sesko completely. And of course, we know you take Ramos. Sophie says 8th. Cadete, I'm going to say Cadet, bottom half. Z says guarantees us top 5. Z, I like the way you talk. I love the optimism. Oh, God. What a night. Get those subscriptions up. Get those likes in. I'm having a good night tonight. Mustafa says top 6. Okay, now we're talking here. Andy says 6th or 7th. Yasin says 5th. Is there any more? Let me have a look. We'll go back through them in a second. Brendan says, Dan, if you could have only one more signing for the summer, what position would you sign between a forward or a goalkeeper? Absolutely, I'd choose a forward. I'd choose a forward over a goalkeeper. A goalkeeper is a goalkeeper. Onana has been absolutely shocking. However, we did not score enough goals up top last season. So for me, I think a forward, I'd take a forward over a goalkeeper any day of the week. Don't we already owe 300 million in unpaid transfers? Add it on to the God, hundreds of millions that we owe already, Steve. Honestly. Pushing, competing with Newcastle for top 6, says Mustafa. Sesko is still at a risk of at least one season for Premier League adjustment. The physicality is different. I know, but Juan Ronaldo, Sesko's a big boy, 6'5", and he loves a scrap. Honestly, I'll be honest with you. I'm excited if we do it. If we do it, this is hypothetical. Remember, Sophie says, "Hey, that front line puts it from 10th to 12th to 8th for me. Potentially Europe, Soph. Potentially Europe." Moxie says top 6 at best. Definitely top 7 with Sesko. With that front three and Ruben at the wheel, I'm being optimistic and saying 4th. Ben, you're going for it. You're absolutely going for it. The one thing that I'm absolutely buzzing about, guys, and I'm going to thank you all, I haven't seen anyone put anything stupid like 1st or 2nd or 3rd, and I appreciate that. We do need realism here, Manchester United fans. We do need realism, okay? So what else we got here? Ginny says top 6. Why? That surprises me. Okay, I love that. Sophie says, like, seriously, there is just a lot of good teams, and we have seen the system not really work so far. To be honest, 7th, 8th at best with that front line, in my opinion, and that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine, Soph. I can see your point on that. The thing I will say is, look, okay, so let me talk into the mic a second. We had last season Manchester United as a football team and as a community, as fans, the players, everybody involved in the club. We had every sort of journalist, every sort of pundit, every rival fan tell us that this is the worst Manchester United manager in Premier League era, just for his win ratio. And do you know what? They're right. If you look at it on stats, they're absolutely right. Here's where I think that plays into Manchester United's hands, because if this works, if he gets this team to click, there are going to be a lot of clubs this season that have already written Manchester United off, okay? That's just the facts. Looking at us last season, I'm not hearing many rival fans say, you know, this is wounded animal syndrome, that these guys are going to be fighting. They're going to be back, back for the fight and back pushing as hard as they can. I'm not hearing that. I genuinely feel like if he gets this right, Ruben Amorim in the first 10 games could surprise a lot of teams. Now, I'm not saying after 10 games we'll be top 3, top 4, but after 10 games, I think he will surprise some teams if he gets this to click. The players that he's bringing in are helping that, I believe. You're bringing in Premier League quality. We've been waiting for that. So for me, I'm happy to sit here and watch all of the rivals. I'm happy to watch all of the pundits say United are so far behind, because do you know what? We are. We absolutely are. However, things sometimes happen. Some lightning can strike, yeah? Things can happen. Things can click. We are going to see exactly what the new Manchester United are all about tomorrow. And let's not forget, right? This is where it's different with Manchester United this season. This is where it's different with the man in charge, with Amorim. We have seen it too many times where players have fallen out with the manager and somehow they work their way back into there. This pre-season, he told 5 players that they were no longer needed at this club. Now, okay, some of them were obvious, and some of them you kind of thought, well, they probably said it as well. However, he has done the right thing in saying that you do not train at this club until after 5 o'clock. You will not be involved with the training. You will not be involved with how the team go and eat and do their things. You will not be involved. Manchester United for too long have been pushed by player power year in, year out. And it's got to a point where finally we have a manager who has come in. Yeah, he hasn't hit the ground running. And I can sit there and I can accept that. And I can absolutely hold that. But what we do have is a manager that has assessed each and every player who is playing for this club and has found them exactly what they are, which is useless. He's got rid of them. He's told them they're not wanted. And they're not coming on the tour. I saw that absolute bollocks that Marcus Rashford had apparently said, I'll still go on the tour with them. I still want to, be professional. Absolutely not, mate. You go in the gym and do your lifts and put them all on Instagram. We are not about that anymore. Manchester, look, tomorrow at 4:30, I could be sat here going, we've just been absolutely fucking stuffed by Leeds. I could be, but I won't panic. I won't panic. Tomorrow is the start of the way things are going to be. They have to bring in 3 or 4 more players to back this manager, to get him what he wants. But I think we're going to be in a good situation. Again, a good situation if you are new to the channel. Me as a Manchester United fan is saying a good situation being qualify for Europe. That is our target this season. Facts. What else have we got here? Sorry, I went on a bit of a tangent there. We've said that one, Ben, haven't we? Like, seriously, we've said that as well. So, sorry. Okay, so what about CDM and centre-back, though, says Yasin. Okay, so with the centre-back and the central defensive midfielder, that's where you look at a Richard Rios. Okay, that's the type of mould. Or you go for a Douglas Luiz. A Douglas Luiz, this guy's going to be cheap as well this season. Premier League proven again, which is what we want. I kind of feel like that's the sort of signing that they'll look for. I don't think they'll look for an attacking style of midfielder. We've already done that. So, and centre-back, I genuinely feel like centre-back is the last thing that we will go out and strengthen this season. That will be saved for either next season or maybe in January if the money's there to do. And yes, let's make sure we're hitting those likes, people. Moxie Shun has spoken. And Ben says that front three, we'll just do it the old Madrid way. Concede a couple a game, but we'll still score 3 or 4. Ben, we've got to see him play together first. We've got to see him play together. Now we can get third. Why not? Arsenal aren't looking themselves, Dan. Fair. Don't forget, Dan, a goalie gives confidence to the defence. Easier for them to push up the field with confidence, no hesitations. You know me, Steve. I'll always sit here and take that on board. I'll take that on board. And as Juan Ronaldo says here, Onana's leaky hands may hold us to 6th, lol. Maybe. Look, as I said to you on Sunday last week, I said to you all, this week was going to be a positive week. Something was going to happen. It did happen. That's not because I'm in the know. That's because I'm a believer, okay? I feel like Manchester United, I'll say this now, maybe Sesko is the one, right? Manchester United always seem to have a surprise transfer every season. Maybe Sesko's the one. Maybe he is the one. But he is definitely what we need. And yeah, it is facts, Dan. Thank you, mate. We never miss out on Europe in back-to-back seasons, by the way. No, we don't. We're not going to break that record this season. And love the positivity, Dan. You have me even more hyped for this season. That's what we do here, I'm telling you. Moxie says, Amorim was forced to take the job. Ineos should have sacked Ten Hag and got him in. After they didn't, he said he didn't want to come to the summer. Hence why he said the storm was coming. He knew why. Guys, never forget that. Never, ever, 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 ever forget that after 2 or 3 games, Amorim come out and said, guys, enjoy this now, but the storm is coming and it's going to get bad. This guy knew exactly the way it was going to go. The Europa League was just a bonus in my eyes. The Europa League was just a, fuck me, we're in the final. How did that happen? He knew what was coming. We knew what was coming. Any Manchester United fan who honestly can honestly sit here and say after Ten Hag went with the team that we had available to us and said, we can get Champions League with this, I don't believe you. I don't disagree. I don't think you're stupid for saying that, but I don't believe that you would genuinely feel that. Chappie, you know what we do here. It's positivity, and there's nothing wrong with being cautious, my friends. And Brendan, as you say, facts. Jeff says, hi there. Did you see Ten Hag lost his first preseason game against an under-20 Flamingo side? Telling you, it wouldn't surprise me if he'll pick that phone up now. He will pick that phone up and say, Anthony, you're like a son to me. Come over. Cadet says, you forget how bad you were, Dan. Honestly, a front three won't do it. When your other 7, bar Bruno, are very important, Amorim isn't up to it. You really are getting carried away, bud. Cadet, I have no issue with you saying this. I genuinely don't. I don't take it as a bad thing, I take it as your opinion. And that's absolutely fine. It has been a positive week, but I honestly feel like that there is stuff to come with this team. Is it stupid? Maybe. Is it blind faith? Definitely. Let's have this conversation halfway through the season, Cadet. Let's have this conversation. And Sophie says, just from what we've seen already is what I'm going by, to be honest. Still a lot of unknowns, to be fair, but the evidence so far, the system doesn't work. And that's absolutely fine, Sophie. I can see why you'd say that. I genuinely can. And Andy comes in with the Rome wasn't built in a day, Dan. Exactly that. I agree that Rome wasn't built in a day, but that's what Newcastle fans say all the time. So bad. Don't mind if we lose tomorrow as long as we see a system developing. Absolutely factual there. Douglas Luiz would go straight into the Amorim side too. Really consistent Premier League player. Absolutely. This guy, honestly, for what they want for him, it's a no-brainer. Manchester United have to go out there and get this signing done. Facts. Red Times, looks like you're a newbie. Thank you very much for coming. Kakonki, Yoro, and Heaven, why does it look like we are duplicating one player? In what sense? Can you explain in that one? You'll have to deep dive that a bit for me. I don't get what you mean. 100% agree with your opinion on getting a striker, but I would take a keeper, to be honest. Onana is just too much of a liability. Nothing wrong with that. And I'm very happy with the way the manager tells the Deadwoods to find another club. True. Does anyone think we will ever see our number seven play in the team? It's a good question, Kev. It's a great question. Now, we've had this conversation about where does Mason Mount fit into this side. This is Mason Mount's biggest season of his career, right? Not just Manchester United, his career. Because he's not been anywhere near where we would have liked him to be. We expected so much different, so much better of this player. I was actually gassed when we signed him because I thought, you know something? I've seen what he can do. Now, unfortunately, he has had injury after injury after injury. Now, for me, I have said this all along. I feel like we've not seen Mason Mount match fit. We've seen him fit. We haven't seen him match fit. He has been fantastic in pre-season, apparently. His numbers are great. He's running himself into the ground with it. He has to get through this pre-season. He has to get through it without an injury. Then maybe we will see the real Mason Mount. But if it doesn't go well for him this season, Mason Mount will end up he'll go off to like a Villa or maybe a Bournemouth, something like that. And then I feel like he'll just slip. And also what I will say with this is you have to look, right? Any English, in fact, no, not any English player, any player playing professional football this season, it's World Cup season. Okay, it's World Cup season. These players surely are going to want to do everything they can to get on that plane to America for 2026. It's a massive season, a massive season. The only thing I'd do different with Mount, and I don't think he'd mind this, I'd take the number 7 shirt off him. I'd absolutely take the number 7 shirt. He's not a United number 7. We look at the greats we've had with that shirt on their back. Best, Beckham, yeah. Not Michael Owen. I'm not going to say Michael Owen. The main man, Cristiano Ronaldo. We have had some absolute beasts wearing that shirt. Recently, it's become a cursed shirt for players. I'm telling you. Watching from the Dominican Caribbean. Love your content. Keep us informed. Hilvern. Hope you are well, my friend. And yes, Fernandes. That comeback versus Lyon is still fresh in my mind too. Honestly, that was pure emotion. Is it weird that Amorim could use Fred in the midfield right now? He'd be perfect for Amorim, wouldn't he? 9 to go to 630, guys. If you're new, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. Share. Let's get that number going up. Do I believe with the back three for United? I do. I absolutely do. And Z's given up on Mount. Sophie says, I think Mason Mount will thrive under Amorim, in my opinion. Suits the style, so that's a positive. Let's not forget when he joined, Amorim absolutely was just waxing lyrical about this guy. He absolutely adored Mount. Now, again, as I say, not going over old ground. If Mount stays fit, then we'll see what happens there. That'll be a conversation for halfway through the season for sure. Andy says Mount will be a bit part player this year. Moxie Shun says Red Times, Euro right side, Haven left side, Kakonki for the future, back 3 and 4 to 5. I see what you're saying now. That's fair. Bomba, bomba. Yes, yes, yes. More games for Cheeto. Cheeto, absolutely, by the way. Cheeto absolutely is going to get minutes tomorrow. Smash a like for that. I am so excited to see what this kid can do. Apparently, this kid has got the right attitude. He is bulking up already. Remember, he's 17 years old. This kid can do it all. Honestly, Arsenal fans are still annoyed that he's gone. Kev says, I like Mount and really want to do well, mate. It has to be this year. I agree with you. Absolutely does. Honestly, think Sesko or Isak is good for us. Yeah, Yasin, there's more chance of my wife giving me a grand tomorrow to go to Ibiza with my friends for 3 days than Isak coming to us, mate. So, but yeah, honestly, it'd be fantastic for us, wouldn't he? Juan Romaldo says, Mount played well the last 2 games of the season with Cunha and Mbeumo, Ahmad, Bruno, Xerxes, Mainu, who can all play in the 10. How does he get on the pitch realistically? Well, the answer to that is it's simple. Ahmad will be wide right. That's for certain. Bruno drops down into the central midfield role, as does I think Mainu, and Xerxes will be a sub striker. So there will be chance for this guy to get minutes playing in that attacking midfield role. You got to remember, this is a full season, okay? This is going to be a long season. We could still play like 45, 50 games if we got to both the cup finals. So I fully expect him to get plenty of opportunity to play this season. And Rishan, hope you're well. Here from Jamaica. Good to hear you. Good to hear you. Ben says 7 cursed Valencia 2, and he changed back to 25 after 1 season. Do you know something? I'll ask the question. Who's the greatest number 7 to have ever worn the shirt for Manchester United? Who's the greatest number 7 to have worn the shirt for Manchester United? Give me your answers. Give me your answers. Who is the greatest number 7? Simple question. Oh, here we go. Here they come. Here they come. Here they come. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Here we go. Before I read them out, let me go through another comment here. So Moxie says, Mount has been unlucky with his injuries. Remember, he was a Chelsea player of the season for 2 years before he joined us. There is definitely a player there who can help us in there, and Amorim really likes him. Absolutely facts. Dan, with it being so close to the World Cup, do you think we'll see Luke Shaw fit again? That comment, Steve, is fucking phenomenal. I didn't even think about that. You better believe that Luke Shaw will have a decent season without injury now, because he'll want to play for England in the World Cup. And yes, make sure you are smashing them likes and subscribe, people. Mods, let me know where we are on the count, please, for subscribers. United have to test the waters with Mateta. Okay, and what is next? I don't know what you mean. What is next? A striker. Right then, let's go through these best number 7s. Let me have a quick look before I've got to be honest, I'm absolutely heartbroken that mine's not in there. Okay, so let's go in there. Let's go through these. Brendan says has to be Ronaldo. Kev says Robson. Juan Ronaldo says Ronaldo. Moxie says Bruno and Mainu won't be a 10 option much this season. And yeah, exactly that. Mustafa says best. CR7, Ronaldo, Cristiano. Now I know you're lying. Cantona says Tunde. Got to be George Best, says Sophie. Chappie says George Best. Ben McLean says Best. Andy says Best. Nick says King Eric. Brian Robson from Moxie. Lucas says King Eric. Who else is there? Rishan says Ronaldo. People are... Right, okay. Why the fucking hell's Beckham in that? David Beckham, my fucking idol. Where the fuck is Beckham? Where's Beckham? I'm absolutely livid at that. I'm going to put the app back on. That looks atrocious. No David Beckham. How? What are we doing here? No David Beckham. I'm absolutely stunned. Surely someone out there has got love for David Beckham. God, I can't believe that. That won't happen, mate. That won't happen, Rishan. Dan, we got to start the season on an upward trajectory and not taking an L versus Arsenal. That's got to be a win. We also didn't lose versus them last season at home. We can absolutely beat Arsenal the first game of the season. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely we can. Let's have a look. I still can't see a Beckham here. Nice one, Kev. Much appreciated, my friend. Not updating. Okay. I can't believe. Yes, there we go. There we go. There we go. Down the pecking order. Andy, come on. Best played with break. Yeah, look. I mean, look, on the face of it, I agree. But fucking Beckham, man. Bex is in the top 3. I'll take that. I ain't a United fan. I forgot. How can you forget about Sir David Beckham and Brendan? That's fucking class. Surprised no one said Memphis Depay. Fucking hell. Did Cavani wear number 7? Did Cavani? I swear Cavani come in at number 7, and then he had to give it up when Big Ron come back. Yeah, he was. Cavani had number 7. And I thought he had a decent. Honestly, Cavani, man, Cavani. Beckham top 3, says Steve. Okay, I can live with that. I can live with that. Ben says love Beckham, but best was just another level. He was absolutely. Di Maria, says Lucas. Fucking hell. Okay, actually, do you know something? Let's turn this round. Let's turn this round. Who is the worst number 7 for Manchester United? The worst player to wear number 7 for Manchester United. We'll come back to that in a second, Soph. I will pin that one. Cavani and Di Maria, though. Yeah. 2008 Ronaldo was. I hope you're not saying Beckham was the worst, Ebrima. Come on now. Right then, here we go. So Andy says Mount. Ginny says Michael Owen. I had a feeling you'd say that. Di Maria, says Brendan. That's a great shout. Alexis. Where's that? Alexis Sanchez. Fucking waste of time he was. Mount, no doubt. Mount has to be up there at the moment. Thank you very much, Kev. Honestly, much appreciated. I'll take your bins out for you this week, mate. Cavani had 7. Dan James had 21. Cavani took 21 from James to make sure Ronaldo wore the 7. Dan James, I love Dan James, by the way. I thought he was never going to be a phenomenal player, but I absolutely wanted that kid to do so well. Definitely, Matt. A lot of people saying Mount. Kev says the same. Big up, Dan. Glad we got Brian, but the excitement isn't there because it took too long. Michael, eyes on me. Michael. It's not his fault. We know this. We know that it's been a long time coming, but we are going to believe in him. We're going to back him and we're going to love him. Yeah? Keep it going. Di Maria. I think Di Maria for me as well, actually. What a twat he was. Sanchez. We do play James tomorrow. Sanchez, without a doubt. Valencia was a terrible 7. Yeah, Valencia wasn't a terrible player for United, but that season in 7, I think he was poor. Alexis Sanchez. So many people saying Sanchez. Yeah, he will. Do you know? Did he score for us again when he played for Fulham? Did he score against us when he played for Fulham? Chat, let me know about that. Best 7 to play for Newcastle. Ooh. Come on, guys. We've got the Geordie guys and girls that always answer United questions. Best 7 to play for Newcastle. Was Nobby Solano 7? I love Nobby Solano. Chat, was Nobby Solano number 7? I think Nobby Solano played 7, didn't he? I might be wrong. People still saying Sanchez. Yeah, oh, God. Honestly, guys, when Ashley Young absolutely smashed him into the advertising boards. Rob Lee. Okay, Rob Lee. 500, mate. 500 grand a week. I don't think it was. I think it was more. Well, I say more. It was 400 grand, wasn't it? But he was absolutely just a twat. Couldn't stand him. Definitely not a terrible player, but just underperformed with the 7, says Brendan. Di Maria's what everyone. Brendan saying Joe Linton. Joe Linton's an absolute monster of a player. Absolute monster. Guys, we got to a fucking hour. How did that happen so quick? Right, guys, tomorrow, remember, this isn't me saying goodbye, so don't you dare switch off. Tomorrow, we are going to be doing our live stream of the Manchester United versus Leeds United pre-season friendly. I'm super excited about that tomorrow. First live stream that we're doing on this channel. Got to try and change the room around because Mrs. Robinson has finally moved a lot of her makeup away, which means I can turn it and you'll see a different side of the room. However, for me, tomorrow, we have got to be excited. I'll bring that squad up just one more time for you. That is the teams. That is the team that has gone over to play Leeds United tomorrow. There is a mixture of youth, a mixture of experience, but make no mistake, we have got a big bit of excitement tomorrow. We see Cunha wear the shirt for the first time. We're going to see Kone. We're going to see Chido Obi. We're going to see Diego Leon. Okay, there is so much positivity to come from this game tomorrow. I absolutely can't wait. I can't wait for this game. We will be here at half past one tomorrow, and it's going to be amazing. Good luck tomorrow. I'll miss the game. Flying back home to Canada. Thanks for a great stream, Dan. Juan Ronaldo, you take care of yourself, my friend. Santiago Munez, if you know, you know. Santiago Munez. Right then, guys, before I go, what's the score for tomorrow? Give me your score predictions for tomorrow. Give me your score predictions. It's Manchester United against Leeds in a preseason friendly. Give me your score predictions. Give me your score predictions. What are we saying quickly? What are we saying? So we got 2-1 from Michael. Sophie B is going 1-1. Okay. Juan Ronaldo, 3-1 United. Moxie Shun, 3-1 United. Rishan's going 4-1. Yes. Kevin's going 4-0. Hammer them with 7 goals again, and the Leeds YouTubers to lose their shite again. Oh my God, if anybody's seen that video. Brendan, is it the one I'm thinking of? Fuck off! That video is absolutely fucking class. Class. Ben saying 4-1, Chappie saying 3-1. There is everybody feeling confident tomorrow. Subramonius, I'm so sorry about that name, about getting that name wrong. 3-1. Yeah, I thought it was, Brendan. Nick saying 3-2. Cunha Brace saying Michael. Okay. I am going to go with tomorrow. I'm going with 3-1. 3-1 Leeds to score first. 3-1. There we go. Hilvan's in there as well. Yes, Lucas saying 3-0. Steve says, love your energy, Dan. You and the community are great. Looking forward to tomorrow. Guys, this community is not just me. It's you guys. It's each and every one of you that watch this channel that contribute by putting things in the chat there, putting your points across. The OGs, from the OGs to the newbies, you are all absolute fucking class. And I love and adore each and every one of you. Andy finishing up with 3-1. Guys, we're going to end it there. I will see you at 1:30 tomorrow. Dan United, and we can say it properly for once. Bryan Brigade Uta!